If you have a Volkswagen, I want to talk to you today about exhaust gaskets, right? So, where do we start? I guess we'll start the stock exhaust gasket, right? The stock gasket's pretty cool, right? It's got little dimples, both sides, like a raised area. It seals really well on a stock muffler. It seals really well on headers that are smaller diameter, like 1¼ inch and 3/8 headers, whatever. Stock ports on the exhaust and stuff. But sometimes you get a lot of aftermarket headers, and maybe the port's opened up bigger on the header or whatever, and it's not going to fit in that little groove, little lump anymore. So you've got some other aftermarket choices. Now, a lot of the headers, I don't know why these manufacturers do this, but they come with paper gaskets. Like, these are junk. Like, don't use paper gaskets. You're just gonna do it again. It's gonna blow it out. It's fire in there, right? Like, fire and paper, like, just don't mix. So these are just junk, okay? What I use a perforated aluminum. It's got paper, fiber stuff in the middle, but it's like the metal keeps it all together. So these work really well for a really long time, and I like them. You know, one thing I usually use the 1.5 ones, even on 1 5/8. If you hold this up, and maybe I should have brought a cylinder head out. If you hold this up to your cylinder head, the hole is probably still bigger than the hole coming out of your head. So having a bigger gasket with a bigger hole with a thinner wall right here is not going to seal any better. This is going to be stronger because of the thickness of the wall right here, right? So another alternative that is a really good alternative is a copper gasket. Now, I don't really use these. I don't really like them. But if you do decide to use them, this is an 1 5/8 one, I think. They're kind of expensive. They do have that raised lip on this particular one. So some of the copper gaskets that you see out there are flat and straight. And copper, it's a soft metal, but it doesn't conform as well to the irregularities that you can have, that these are a little more forgiving, right, than copper. But copper is a really good option if you have a raised, can you see it? Right, okay, so it's a raised little center thing over there. So that center squashes up against the cylinder head and the header itself. So anyway, that's what, yeah, real quick. Sometimes we get in a pinch. Now, I'm going to cut this paper gasket. We're not going to need paper, right? We talked about that. Okay. Sometimes, and I've done this before, and it comes from a racing design of a copper gasket, and maybe some of you will know what I'm about to go into. There are times when you need to get to work, and you have to fix something or finish something. It's not the right way to do it, but I'm going to share it with you anyway because I've done it before, and it works, okay? With this style of gasket. So you take 10 snips. I'm gonna use scissors, right? And you can cut, check this out. Okay. Remember, we're not doing this so don't comment. I'm not encouraging bad behavior, but if you need to just get this done quickly and you know you're gonna come back and do it or whatever, and it's still kind of a strong way to do it, you can actually cut the metal gasket like that. You can see where I'm going with this, right? And you can just loosen the header, cut your old gasket out of there, get it out of there, try to clean it up the best you can without taking a whole damn exhaust off, right? And you can slide this in and then install the header back. And it'll stay for a while, maybe longer than you think, but anyway, just something I thought I'd share.